Hi students, I'm very happy to invite you for this session. In this session, you are going to learn a new concept from PHP. From PHP, you are going to learn loops, looping structure of PHP. The looping structure is very useful to writing iteration logics in PHP. Not only PHP, in every programming language, the looping structure is very useful to create or write iteration logics. It is an important concept of all programming languages and it is implemented. This looping structure is going to be implemented by four types. The types are for loop, for each loop, while loop, and do while loop. So, very easy concepts. These four things are very easy concepts from PHP. And how loop works, how we are using loops in our pans. In our pans, loops are very useful to insert belt. Till the loops comes end, we are going to insert our belt like that. Till a condition becomes false, it is going to be execute the body of the statement again and again. That is what looping structure do here. This is the nature work of looping structure. But before going to execute this loop, the user or the programmer should know the exact times, how many times the loop should execute the body of the loop or statement again and again. That is what very important here. We have to give how many number of times the loop should execute. That is what here. In PHP, the most complicated loop is for loop because for loop is there, for each loop is there. In for loop, we have to give variable value, and then update expression, which means how many times the for loop should execute the body of the loop again and again. And next one is incrementation value, which means at what interval level the body of the loop should be execute again and again, 1 2 or 3 like that. That is what the last condition of for loop. So once again I'm telling, the most complicated loop in PHP is for loop. So let me introduce the for loop. For loop is one of the most commonly used loop wherever in the programming language. Before going to execute the for loop, the user should know exactly how many times the user or programmer should know well in advance exactly how many times the loop should be execute. After giving the condition how many times the loop should be execute, it will execute till the condition becomes or till the condition becomes true or false. That is what happens in for loop. After the condition becomes false, after becomes the condition false, it will comes out from the loop. So the code to be executed is going to be execute again and again till the condition becomes false. First one is initialization. See here, this is initialization, which means in this initialization we have to create a variable and we have to initialize a value for the variable. Next one is condition. Condition is nothing but the user should give here how many times the loop should be execute or the code to be execute again and again. And next one is incrementation value, 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 like that. How, what is the interval value, what is the interval value to be execute the code, that is what you have to give here. So this is for your reference. Loop starts here and loop continuation or condition, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, body of the statement will be execute after each iteration, action after each iteration. If the body of the loop or body of the statement is true, again it will goes to the loop. After becoming the condition false, it will comes out from the loop. A small example for your reference. See here, this is a small code PHP. My two variables I have created here. One is A, another one is B. Both the values, both the variable values are 0. See the for loop, I is equal to 0, I becomes less than 5. I plus plus A and B should be added by 10 and 5 respectively. A should be added by 10, B should be added by 5 respectively till the I value becomes 4, because in that position I have given less than symbol. If I have given equal symbol, till the I value becomes 5, it will execute the body of the loop. Body of the loop is nothing but what is there inside the for loop. A plus is equal to 10, B plus is equal to 5. That is what body of the loop. It will execute again and again till the value of I become 4. Okay. Next one is, this is what that output of that particular program. At the end of the loop, A is equal to 50 and B is equal to 25, because in the first position value of A would be uh, 0, and then it will be added to 10 in the first incrementation, second incrementation 20, third incrementation 30, fourth incrementation 40, and fifth incrementation 50, because I value starts from 0. That's why we can get A value as 10 and B value as 25. B will added 5 by 5, A will be added by 10. That is what the result of this program. And next one is for each loop. For each loop is used to or used with arrays, because it is specially designed for working with arrays only. And this for each loop is exclusively available in PHP alone. No other programming languages has this concept. No other programming languages have these concepts, which means for each loop. The for each loop has key pair value. For each loop has key pair value, and this is what code to be execute. Here, see the first one, array is my variable. Here I have created an array, because if you want to work with for each loop, you should create an array. See here, within the for each loop, array as value. The array is going to be, the variable array is going to be pass the value of arrays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the value variable. And the value variable, here I have printed echo value is value till the last value comes as my output, it will execute the values again and again. That is what for each loop works here. This is what the value of output of my for each loop. Value is 1, value is 2, value is 3, value is 4, value is 5, till the array variable is going to be passed the value for each loop. At the end of the value, it will execute again and again. And next one is while loop statement. While loop statement execute a block of statement again and again. Before going to execute the block of statement, it will check the condition, if the condition is true or false. If the condition becomes false, if the condition is false, if the given condition is false, it will comes out from the loop. If the condition is true, till the condition becomes false, it will execute the same block, same loop or body of the loop again and again till the condition or until the test expression found to be false. That is what while loop statement. So this is what the while loop statement example program. I is 0, num is 50, while I becomes less than 10, num has to be minus minus, and I plus plus. I plus plus is for, here I is 0. If I wants to become 1 or 2 like that, you have to give I plus plus statement, which means post increment statement. And next one is my output will be, see here, loop stopped at I is equal to 1 and num is equal to 40. Yes, because I becomes less than 10. I value is 0. The initial value of I is 0. So here a small mistake is there. I loop stopped at I is equal to 9, not 1. Loop stops at 9, not 1. Okay, my value is, num value is 40. So next one is do while loop statement. Do while loop statement will also execute a set of or a block of statement, block of loop or body of the loop again and again, becomes the condition false, but a small difference is here compared with the while loop and do while loop. Do while loop executes the body of the statement at least once whether the condition is true or false. Before going to execute the condition or before going to execute the body of the loop, it will not check the condition. After executing at least once the body of the loop, after that only it will check the condition. The condition is true or false. After executing the statement, if the condition becomes false, it will comes out from the loop. If the condition is true, again and again it will execute the body of the loop. If the condition becomes, until the condition becomes false. That is what do while loop do here. Next one, I'm going to give small examples for your reference. This is what do while loop. My I value is 0, num is equal to 0, do, and next one I plus plus while. First it will execute do loop, and after that only, because of giving while at the end of the statement or end of the program, it will execute the output or produce the output at least once whether the condition is true or false. After the condition becoming false, it will comes out from the loop. This is what do while loop does here. So this is my output. Next one, I will give small example programs for your reference. So see here, already I have designed or already I have typed some programs for your reference. For.php, see here, this is my PHP loop, for loop in PHP. See the for statement, for I is equal to 0, I becomes less than or equal to 10, I plus plus, till the ith value becomes 10, because here I have given equal to 10, I value, initial value of I is 0, till the ith value becomes equal to 10, the body of the loop echo welcome to PHP execute 10 times. Now I'm going to execute my program. So see here, localhost, already I explained you or already I told you, if you want to execute PHP programs, you need an server, exam server or WAMP server. Localhost, my program name is for.php. with the extension I have to type here for.php. Yes, after executing the program I can get output like this. So next one is for each loop. See here, for each loop, student name is my variable. Within that, if you want to work with for each loop, you must create an array. I have created an array. In that array I have typed your name Agatyan, Alvin, Das, Jayasurya, Nanda. Till the Nanda name has to be passed over by student name to value, it will execute the statement body of the loop again and again. See, now I'm going to execute the program for each each.php. Yes, see here you can get output. Yes, Agatyan, Alvin, Das. And next one is for each one. Here I'm going to pass numbers to the value variable through my student name, or here I'm going to change my variable name as num. Okay, num alone enough. So change after making any changes in your program, you have to save your program. and next one is I'm going to execute this program with the help of the array. I'm going to pass the value to for each variable value. Okay, after passing the value till the number 5 has to be passed over from the variable num2 value, it will execute the same block of statement again and again. So see here, for each one, so here I have to change as num, sorry, a small mistake. Now you can get, yes, the value is 1, value is 2, value is 3, value is 4, value is 5 till the last value of that particular array has passed over from my variable to my for each loop variable. It will execute again and again. That is what for each loop. So next one is while loop. This is what while loop. Student count is 10, student num is 1. Student number always starts from 1 itself. So within the while loop I have given as condition student num has become less than or equal to student count, because it is literally I'm going to count the students, how many students are there. If 10 students are in my class, I'm going to count my students, 10 students are there or not. That is what the program tells us. And see here, before going to execute this statement, it will check the condition what I have given within while. Condition is true because student num is less than, student num is 1 and student count is 10, so that condition is satisfied. If the condition is not satisfied, it will comes out from the loop. Because of the condition satisfied, it will execute how many number of students are there. My student value has to become equal to student count till the student num value becomes 10. It will execute the student number is 10 times. So see here, I am going to execute for, no sorry, not for, while loop, while. Yes, student number is 1, student number is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So because of the condition, given condition is true, it will execute the body of the statement. Suppose if my condition is false, see, student number is 1 but student count is 0, so that here my condition becomes false. So now let me execute. It doesn't give any output, see, because of the error. And next one I'm going to execute do while loop. See here, within the do, it will execute the same statement again and again. So next one, after giving the statement at least once, then only it is going to execute, sorry, it is going to check the condition, if the condition is true or false. If the given condition is true, they will execute the same set of statements again and again till the condition becomes false. Let me execute this one, do while. Do while. So next one, yes, student number is 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10, like this. Suppose if my given condition is false, see, I'm going to give student count as 0. See the condition, student number is 1 but student count is 0, so there is no possible. See here, again I'm going to execute. It will give at least one time as my result. Yes, the student number is 1. So do while loop, if the given condition is true or false, whether the given condition is true or false, it will gives me the output at least once. That is what the difference between while and the do while loop. So students, I hope you all understand these concepts very well. uh, Keenly watch my video If you have any doubts, ask me to my personal number. And again, I hope you all understand this concept. Thank you. Thank you to all to watch my video. Thank you.